Welcome to training for the BT One Voice Anywhere service. In the next 9 minutes, you will learn the basics of how to use the service. Let's get started. The BT One Voice Anywhere service simply takes your smartphone. It applies the One Voice Anywhere mobile application from BT. It uses a Wi-Fi connection wherever you can connect to Wi-Fi. And then, when you place calls from BT One Voice Anywhere mobile application, you will place those calls over Wi-Fi and across BT's global One Voice network, also known as a VoIP call for voice over IP. This will save your company money in comparison to placing standard mobile calls and paying standard mobile rates, especially when you are roaming internationally. To join the trial, look for a welcome email with the subject line of Welcome to One Voice Anywhere. Follow the instructions within that email to download the One Voice Anywhere mobile app, to log into the application, create your password, and to begin using the service. Prepare to install the One Voice Anywhere mobile app by connecting your mobile device to Wi-Fi, and then by going either to the Apple App Store if you have an iPhone or an iPad, or go to the Google Play Store if you have an Android device, and search for BT One Voice Anywhere. Next, download, install, and launch the mobile app. You are now ready to get started with the mobile app that you see here. Please note that the screen samples you see in this training module are for an iPhone. If you have an Android device, the functions will be the same, but the appearance of the screens will differ slightly. If you have a BlackBerry device, please refer to your welcome email, which guides you to the relevant instructions. The first time that you use One Voice Anywhere, you will need to create your password from your mobile device. You will only need to do this one time. To create your password, begin by clicking on Reset Password within the mobile app. The screen that you see here appears. Enter your corporate email address, enter the unique number sequence that appears on the screen, and then click Reset. A notice appears to indicate that an email has been sent to you with further instructions. Look for that email with the subject BT1 Password Reset, and then open that email on your mobile device. That email will contain your custom link to set your own password. From within your mobile device, click on that link within your email. That link takes you from your email that you are reading on your mobile device back to the One Voice Anywhere mobile app, where it prompts you to enter your password. Enter the password that you desire, requested here on the screen, and then click the Reset button to save your password. This screen appears to confirm that you have successfully entered your password. Click on the link to go to the login screen. Log in using your corporate email address as your username, along with a password that you just created. These steps to create your password is a one-time process that you will do just this one time to get started. The mobile app will then keep you logged in unless you intentionally log out. You could also follow the same process if you ever need to reset your password. Let's start using the service by placing a direct call. To do this, click on the keypad icon near the bottom of the screen and enter the phone number that you want to dial. Dial the number as if you are in your native country. For instance, enter a leading 1 if you are calling a U.S. phone number. If you need to, just click the backspace button to correct the phone number. To place the call, click the call button. When the call is placed, this screen then appears. You can now press the keypad button if you need to enter numbers, such as a conference call ID. You can click the speaker button to put the call on your speakerphone, and you can click the mute button to mute your call. Another way to enter the country code is to press and hold the 0 button until the plus symbol appears. You can then enter the country code and finish entering the phone number. One Voice Anywhere will be your corporate voicemail system throughout the trial period. The One Voice Anywhere service will translate your voice messages to text and will then email that text to you. You can view your voicemail messages at any time, play the recorded messages, and search for voice messages from within the One Voice Anywhere mobile app. Click on the voicemail icon to bring up the voicemail screen shown here. Click on the circle to the left of a message to expand that message for reading and for playback. To play back the message, click on the play icon shown here. You could also play back the message in speakerphone mode by clicking the speaker icon. Since the service translates your messages to text, you can also conduct a search to locate a message. All of the functionality that you see here is standard with One Voice Anywhere. Things that will be important for you to know are, because your One Voice Anywhere mobile app features and requires the use of Wi-Fi, the success that you will have in using One Voice Anywhere will directly correlate to the quality and the capacity of your Wi-Fi connection. If you ever experience issues with static, voice chop, or dropped calls, the Wi-Fi connection will be the likely source of the issue. One Voice Anywhere is provided to reduce your mobile spend by placing calls from the One Voice Anywhere mobile app over a Wi-Fi connection. In order to realize these savings, when you call internationally or when you travel internationally, it is very important that you place and receive calls from your One Voice Anywhere mobile app. Use One Voice Anywhere whenever possible when placing international mobile calls and when roaming internationally to help assess the potential savings to your company. There are a number of questions about the BT One Voice Anywhere service that frequently arise, beginning with, do I need to have a Wi-Fi connection? Yes, in order to deliver maximum savings, One Voice Anywhere has been architected and certified to work with Wi-Fi. When you place a call with One Voice Anywhere over Wi-Fi, you will not incur any cellular voice or cellular data costs, including any mobile roaming data fees. Can I use a cellular data connection? Yes, you can use One Voice Anywhere over 3G or 4G data connection to use the callback feature that will call you back at a specified phone number. One Voice Anywhere has not otherwise been certified to place direct calls over 3G and 4G data connections. Will One Voice Anywhere work from any country? Yes, you can use One Voice Anywhere in any country. In certain countries where voice over IP or VoIP calls are restricted, you will need to use the callback feature that will be described later in this training module. Please refer to local regulations or contact your telecoms team if you have any questions about where VoIP calls are restricted. You now understand the basics of how to use the BT One Voice Anywhere service, including how to use the One Voice mobile app. If, during your trial, you have any need for assistance, the following individuals from within your company have been identified to support you. You may also contact the individuals from BT as needed throughout the trial period. You've learned the basics of getting started with One Voice Anywhere, including how to place a call. We will now take the next 3 minutes to show you how to use the callback feature. To prepare to use the callback feature, we first need to step through how to add phones to your One Voice Anywhere profile. This will be used to add a phone that you want One Voice Anywhere to call when you place a call with the callback feature. For instance, you may be visiting an office overseas that does not have Wi-Fi, in which case you will follow these steps to add the phone at the desk you are visiting so that One Voice Anywhere can call you at that number with the callback feature. This is something that you would do infrequently to set this up, and possibly only the one time. Begin by clicking the More button at the bottom of your screen to bring up this screen. You will then click on the Settings to bring up the Settings screen. Here you will click on Phones to view the phones that have been set up in your profile. Here you will see that my office phone is already listed. Let's assume that I've traveled to the UK, and now let's add the phone number at the desk that I will be using as a guest of that facility. To do this, I click on Add a Phone. Here I enter the phone as UK guest, and I enter the phone number beginning with a plus sign and the country code. In most cases, you will leave the selection button turned off. If you set this to on, every single inbound call will also simultaneously ring at this phone number. Where you do want this phone to ring every time, go ahead and set the selection button to on. Just be mindful that this line will ring with every inbound call to your One Voice Anywhere app. When you are finished, click the Done button to save this entry. You can now see that my UK guest desk number is now included within the list. You can repeat this for as many phones as you need to add. We just talked about having the One Voice Anywhere service call you with the callback feature. To configure your One Voice Anywhere mobile app to use the callback feature, click on the More button at the bottom of the screen. You will see that Call Directly is currently the default setting. This means that you will place a direct call each time that you enter a phone number and press the call button on your One Voice Anywhere mobile app. Now let's change that so you can use the callback feature. Click on the Call Using button where it currently says Call Directly. Within this Call Using screen, change the selection to Ask Me Every Time. Now each time that you place a call, the mobile app will pop up this screen and ask how you want the call to be placed. I can click directly here to have the call placed directly on my mobile device through the BT One Voice mobile app. Since I have added my UK guest number and my office phone number, I can also click on one of these to do a callback. In this case, let's assume that I've traveled to the UK, I've entered the phone number. I'm now going to click on the UK guest option, and a callback will be placed to my UK desk phone. When I answer that phone, I will hear the line ringing the person that I called from the mobile app. The mobile app will then tell me that the call completed successfully. Thank you for your time to learn about the BT One Voice Anywhere service. You are now ready to begin using the service.